Hello and welcome back to Steve's Media. This is my much promised post-Christmas update. I had intended to make this 2 videos. Unfortunately, my trip out to Chester was a bit of a bust. I only ended up picking up one title. So I've decided to just combine everything I've bought in the last couple of weeks into this one video. And to start with, I'm going to show some comics off that I've picked up. Went on a bit of a comic page over the last couple of weeks. So the first 4 titles I got off eBay, a comic store on eBay called A Place in Space. And basically it's a series I've been collecting, but I've fallen way behind on it. And A Place in Space have this offer on, where if you buy 3 or more titles it's 25% off, which is perfect for me. I was able to pick up the issues of this series that I needed, and it basically amounted to getting one of them for absolutely nothing, which is a steal. Of course, the series I'm talking about, I've shown off the other issues of this before, and that is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic series. So that's issue 7. Issue 8 with it's the figure variant. I couldn't get the first print cover as that's now out of print. I will probably look for first run issue 8 when I go to Liverpool Comic Con next month. Issue 9, which is one of my favourite covers of this series, with all the Rangers the same colour as the Green Ranger. And finally, issue 10. As I said, these were all £3.30 each, but with the 25% off, it amounted to one of the issues being for free. So having picked them up, I went out to Manchester last Friday and I picked up another 3 issues. With having issues 7 to 10 of the Power Rangers series, of course, I had to get the next issue, which is issue 11, which came out last Wednesday. And this whole storyline has been absolutely fantastic. Just full of twists and turns every which way. I can't wait to see where they go next from issue 12. On the same Power Ranger lines, this was a crossover event that was speculated about in geeky circles. It was finally confirmed at a Comic Con late last year, and that is Power Rangers versus Justice League. Oh yes. The Power Rangers against Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, Green Lantern. Unbelievable. And this first issue is really good. Basically what happens, it's set in a weird timeline as far as the Power Rangers universe goes, because it features one of the dinosaurs, but it's Lord Zed as the villain, and Zed actually wiped out the dinosaurs in the first episode of season 2 of the original Power Rangers show. So it's a bit iffy on the timeline, but basically what happens is Zed sends the Rangers a decoy of Alpha 5, and Zack, thinking it's the real Alpha, takes it back to the command centre, causes an explosion. Zed shows up in the command center. Zack chases him down, teleports out, and there's some weird explosion, but somehow Zack, the Black Ranger, ends up in the DC universe being confronted by Batman, and it just goes. The story goes on from there. It only come out last week, I believe, maybe the week before. I'm not really too sure, but really enjoyed this first issue. I definitely can't wait to carry on the series. And the last of the comics I picked up, just excuse me for 1 sec, is another comic event that I couldn't have really picked up on. It's had 2 goes at being a comic series before, and neither were really that successful. But now it's under Boom Studios, who are behind the Power Rangers series. I missed out on the preview issue, which I'm hoping to pick up at Comic Con. But as soon as I saw that issue 1 was coming out last week, I knew I had to pick it up. And that is the WWE issue 1 from Boom. And what this basically is sort of filling in a story between story. If you're not a wrestling fan, basically last year, towards just after WrestleMania in 2015, one of the two. Basically, there was this group called The Shield, and they were in a feud with an old group called Evolution, led by Triple H. And basically, after beating Evolution in 2 consecutive pay-per-views, the night after the second one, Seth Rollins, one of the main members of the Shield, actually turned on his 2 teammates, and the preview issue was basically the story behind that. And this is basically a gap filler from when Rollins won the Money in the Bank to when the cashing in the title at WrestleMania 32, I believe it was. 31, 32, something like that. Really good story, quite humorous. So I'd definitely be looking to pick more up if it goes on the same lines. So that was all the comics I picked up. Now on to the movies. The first 5 titles I'm going to show you, I actually bought off Amazon, because I got a couple of Amazon vouchers for Christmas. I'll start with I had 2 different value ones, so I'll start with the smaller value, which was a £20 voucher. I basically got 2 titles out of this. The first title is a Master Cinema release that I've been wanting to get for a long time. It was only something like £8 odd. So at that price, it was a must buy, and that is The Island of Lost Souls. This is basically the first time the H.G. Wells story, The Island of Dr. Moreau, are being adapted into a film, which I didn't realise at the time. Um, it stars Charles Lawton in the main role, but the reason I wanted to pick it up is because it features one of my favourite horror actors, Bela Lugosi, who of course is most well known for playing Dracula in the Universal Movie Monsters series. Um, and like all Masters Cinema releases, this is stacked with extras. It's a new high definition restoration of the uncle theatrical version of the film. Newly created SDH subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. A video interview with Simon Callow, who was the biographer for Charles Lawton. An exclusive video interview with film historian Jonathan Rigby. A theatrical trailer. And a 32-page booklet with rare production images and a essay by British horror film writer Kim Newman. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that one out. And the other title I got with that, this was also around the £8 mark, and I've been wanting to get some films of this actor in my collection for a while now. The newest releases of his films are pretty expensive, but this was only £8. I couldn't pass it up at that price. That is Charlie Chaplin in Modern Times. This was from 1936, so it's another old film to add to my collection. It's basically Chaplin's Donald Trump working in a factory. I remember seeing this when I was younger and fell in love with it because it was just so funny. Especially the scene where he winds up getting trapped in the cogs of a machine is just the way he's done that. What you get as far as special features is a featurette called Chaplin Today Modern Times, an introduction by David Robinson, karaoke, which is very odd, outtake, a short film called The Idle Class, and extracts from the other films in this collection, and trailers. So pretty stacked. It was released by Curzon, I believe. It's part of the Curzon official Artificial Eye series and distributed by Fusion Media. So if you're a Charlie Chaplin fan and you don't own any of the films on Blu-ray, go on Amazon. They're all, the majority are on there. They flip-flop between £8 and £12, sometimes a bit more, depending on what film. But for the extras, for the artwork, for the price, definitely worth picking up. And the next 3 Amazon titles picked up, as I just take a quick drink. My favourite drink at the moment, Car Fruit Punch. The next 3 titles were bought with a £50 Amazon voucher that I got off one of my cousins. I was looking through, and these were the 3 that stood out at that time. And the first title is another Eureka title. This is from Eureka's classic Slam, so it's a bit different to the Masters Cinema line, which is all numbered. This is a horror film from 1976 and is called The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I've seen this in the shops a few times, but the prices always put me off buying it. Well, this was only, I think it was £8, £9, something like that. It looks really, really interesting. It's basically uh, about this phantom killer who wears a sack over his head. And it's a deputy and a Texas Ranger trying to track him down after he kills a bunch of people in similar fashions. As far as extras, you get a new 1080p high def transfer, progressive DVD encode. This is a dual format. Optional English subtitles, trailers for both the original version and a remake that came out in 2014. Interviews with stars Andrew Prime, Dawn Wells, and director of photography James Robertson. Feature-length audio commentary with historians Justin Beam and Jim Presley, and a 20-page collector's booklet featuring new writing by critic Mike Sutton. So, again, like all your weekly releases, very stacked with extras, and this is one I probably will keep hold of this for most of the year until my next horror month in October, but that will be one of the top titles to watch. This one was, at the price I've seen it for, it was definitely worth picking up. It was just under £5. I've never heard of this film before, but as soon as I seen who was behind the effects, I definitely had to pick it up. It was Earth versus the Flying Saucers. This is from let's see, 1956, and this features effects work by the legendary Ray Harryhausen. I watched the documentary recently. I say recently, it was last year, on Harryhausen, and his special effects, and some of them are just amazing for the time. I do like any sci-fi film involving aliens, so this was definitely worth picking up. And what you get with this is you get two versions of the film, one in black and white, one in colour. You get audio commentary, a featurette called Remembering Earth vs. the Flying Saucers, a featurette called The Hollywood Blacklist and Bernard Gordon, photo galleries, an interview with John Taylor, and a featurette on how they colorised the film. So another one I'm looking forward to viewing. And this last one, I've actually seen this documentary before. I actually owned it on DVD a while back and got rid of it. Well, when I seen how much this was, I think this was around £7, something like that. This is the version of it that I was wanting to get initially when it first came out, and I was filmed in Super Mario Nation, which is basically a documentary all about the studio behind the likes of Thunderbirds, Stingray, Captain Scarlet, Joe 90, Terrorhawks, shows like that, and the team behind it, Jerry Anderson, Sylvia Anderson, and all the team at TV Century 21. The documentary is fantastic. It's well worth a watch. If you don't get a physical copy, definitely worth tracking down online to stream. But why I wanted the Blu-ray version was for the flip side, which is This is Super Mario Nation, which actually features episodes from some of the shows featured in the documentary. I'll go through the extras in the documentary portion. They are the same as what you get on the DVD version. There's basically deleted scenes, a featurette on filming in Super Mario Nation, special effects reel, featurette on the Andersons at the 1965 World's Fair in New York, feature on the BBC show Tomorrow's World from 1968, looking at the team in action. Featurette from 1971 with an interview with Sylvia Anderson from a show called The Tuesday Documentary. Two magazine programs called Parade and Roundabout. An extract filmed in January 1966 going behind the scenes of Thunderbirds, and new footage from a tour in 1966 by a model of Thunderbird 3. So stacked with features as far as that's concerned. And on the episodes discs, you get an episode of Four Feather Falls called Gunfight on Main Street, the episode False Alarm from Supercar, Space City Special from Fireball XL5, the pilot episode of Stingray, the Thunderbirds episode Terror in New York City, the Mysterons from Captain Scarlet, Hijacked from Joe 90, and More Haste, Less Speed from the Secret Service. So I probably won't watch all the shows on that. I'll probably just stick to Stingray, Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, and Joe 90. But definitely value for money with this disc. And as I said, documentary itself is brilliant. On to everything else I got. The next two titles I bought in a DVD shop that I usually frequent in when I'm in Manchester, called FOP. It's kind of like an independent shop meets HMV. It's actually part owned by HMV. These are the only two titles that caught my eye. One is a film I do already own on DVD, and it is an upgrade, and that is ReAnimator. Been wanting to get this on Blu-ray for a long time. It's an absolutely brilliant film from, I believe, 1985, the year I was born. Here's the 2-disc edition. You do get 2 discs. Basically, the unrated version is on disc 1, which I've never seen the unrated version, so I'll be popping that one in. And disc 2, you get the integral version and all the bonus features. As far as bonus features, you get both versions. The integral version is actually exclusive to this Blu-ray release. Audio commentary with director Stu Gordon, an audio commentary with producer Bryan and actors Jeffrey Coombs, Robert Sampson, Barbara Crampton and Bruce Abbey. The documentary ReAnimator Resurrectus. Interviews with Stu Gordon, Bryan writer Dennis Powley, composer Richard Band, and Tony Timpone from the horror magazine Fangoria. Extended scenes, deleted scenes, trailers, and a gallery. So pretty stacked for 2 disc. This was actually only £6 in FOP. I think you can get it for £9 in HMV as part of their 3 for £20 offer. It's definitely worth picking up if you've never ever seen this film. And the other title I got in FOP, this was something I've had on my Amazon wish list, but I seen a tweet from FOP a few days before I went up to Manchester, and they've been having a special offer on with the 101 film collection. £3 for the DVDs, £5 for the Blu-rays, and this is one of the titles in the £5 range. And that is It, the Terror from Beyond Space. And this is a sci-fi horror film from 1958. And just the name alone and the artwork sold me on the film. It looks a really fun, really cheesy B-movie. It doesn't really say what extras are on it. I believe this might just be a bare bones release. I'm not too sure. I need to pop it in. But even if it's bare bones, it's worth it alone just for the film. As I said, it's from the 101 Films cult movie collection. If you go into your local FOP, and there isn't that many stores about, but they have a full displays of the 101 Films collection, £3 DVDs, £5 Blu-rays, some good titles in there. If you see anything that you like, pick it up, because at that value you can't go wrong. The next 2 titles were bought from HMV itself, but at separate times. The first title I got with a HMV voucher, along with 2 Suicide Squad mystery minis from Funko. And this again was another title I put on my Amazon wish list. This was £12.99. They had the films in this double feature separately. They were £12.99 individually, so £12.99 for the 2 is a good steal. And that is the Amazon double bill feature of Tales from the Crypt and the Vault Sahara. These are both anthology films. Tales from the Crypt is from 1972 and is what I think it's loosely based on the comic series that was born, a TV series and an animated series, but this is the more horror-y version from Amicus. It's basically about 5 strangers that get separated from a group on a tour of caves, and they wind up meeting the mysterious crypt keeper, who gives details on how each of them are going to die, basically. Vault Sahara is about 5 strangers getting stuck in a lift heading towards a sub-basement, and they basically sit down with drinks, they talk, and each of them has a recurring nightmare, and that is from the year after 1973. As far as special features, you get a stills gallery for Tales from the Crypt, and a 36-minute documentary called Tales from the Amicus Crypt, with some basically talking head documentary. One of the talking heads being Reece Shearsmith from the League of Gentlemen. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking these out. Amicus, if you weren't aware, is another British studio along the same lines of Hammer, and their films are on similar style. The other title I'd bought a week earlier, I actually had a voucher for the local shopping centre. I'd already spent the majority of it getting some new cases for my iPhone, including this little bad boy here. So I plan to spend the last of the voucher on a film, and this one was the one I instantly went for. This is one of my favourite all-time favourite horror films. That is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the new 40th anniversary edition. I did have an old version of this on Blu-ray, the Ultimate Edition, which I got also from HMV a few years back. But as soon as I seen there was a new version, a new transfer of this coming out, I was going to get the held off for so long because I couldn't find it for cheap. Finally decided to get it as it was down to £9. It's a 2-disc set, and what you get, it features a lot of the special features from the Ultimate Edition, including the Shock and Truth documentary, which is a really good watch. And a lot of them older features are on disc too. But as far as the new features, you get the new 40th anniversary restoration, supervised by Toby Hooper, new 4K transfer from the original 16mm rolls, new 7.1, 5.1 and stereo mixers, as well as the original mono audio, new commentator, new commentary with Toby Hooper, new commentary with Daniel Pearl, J. Larry Carroll and Ted Nicolau, and the original audio commentaries, with one of which includes the late Gunnar Hansen, who played Leatherface, and the other has the late Maron Burns, who was the final girl. And the next title I picked up was the only title I got when I went to Chester. I'd gone to CX, or Computer Exchange as some people call it, and this is the only title that caught my eye. This is a film I've been interested in getting for a while. I just decided to buy it, and that is The Wolf of Wall Street. And this stars Leonardo DiCaprio and it's a pretty stacked cast. Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie from Suicide Squad, Jonah Hill, Matthew McConaughey, Jon Favreau, who of course from the Iron Man films, he directed some of the comic book films, and Kyle Chandler, who was in Friday Night Lights. Just love the artwork on this one. This was the artwork that was used for the Steelbook as well. As far as special features, it's only 3. The Wolf Pack, Run Wild, and a Round Table. It's basically based. It's a based on a true story about a guy called John Belford, played by DiCaprio, who goes from being a good, righteous businessman to getting sucked into a corrupt lifestyle during the mid-80s. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. And the final two titles I would have got just Monday, this Monday gone. I just decided at random to go to my local cash converters. Wasn't expecting to pick anything up, but I wound up picking up two titles. The first one is a film that my late dad got me into, and I was Blazing Saddles, this being the 30th anniversary edition. This is a one from the legend that is Mel Brooks, who's behind the likes of Spaceballs and other high comedies from the 80s. This stars the late great Gene Wilder and just Gene Wilder. I thought Richard Pryor was in this, but he's not. Basically, special features. This was only £1, by the way. Special features: you get scene-specific commentary by Brooks. Two documentaries called Back in the Saddle and Intimate Portrait Madeline Kahn. The pilot episode of the proposed TV spin-off called Black Bart. Additional scenes in a trailer. So for £1, couldn't pass that up. It's a film I haven't seen for a good few years, and it's one that I'll probably be popping in soonish. But this was, out of everything I picked up movie-wise, this was the bargain. I'd gone past the one of the shelves they had. At the bottom they had some wrestling DVDs, and as you know, I'm a huge wrestling fan. And I spotted this out of the corner of my eye. I picked it up thinking, oh, it was going to be £5, £10, £15 second hand. Popped the slipcover off, £1. Could not believe it. That is Daniel Bryan. Yes. Daniel Bryan, for those of you who weren't aware, highly popular wrestler who sadly had to retire last year from persistent neck and head injuries. Basically, this is a documentary that was originally shown on the WWE Network as a WWE 24 special, and they've basically taken that half-hour documentary and expanded it and added a bunch of bonus content and matches from Bryan's career. And for £1, I wasn't going to pass this up. Bit of the label still stuck on it. £1. Although I did, when I picked this up, took it over to the till, the cashier actually started scanning this into the system and tried to get a price off Amazon, which I was a bit concerned about because I thought he might have charged me. But no, he gave it to me for that price. I was so delighted. So that is everything that I've picked up for the last couple of weeks. Thank you once again for watching this video. Please like, share, comment down below if you've seen any of the titles that are new to me and let me know if they're worth checking out. This has been Steve's Media. I've been Steve. So long.